Bard for Busio, the Busio for Bard. Either way, leaves open the Bard. You have the immobile Ashe, the immobile Orianna. So for the same reason that Jarvan looks good against KC's team comp, Bard looks really good against GX's.
Isma is papping around, but they're not so chunked. This could be hard for GIANTX to execute.
Oh, it could be really awkward though. The flag and drag, difficult to respond to. The initial lockup is there. He cleansed, but it doesn't matter! It's damage that takes him out, not the CC. Now Busio's in trouble. They're laying up the PCC pretty well. He's managing to get one back. Noah dropping is big, but it's a 2-for-1 in favor of GX.
He has the upgraded smite, so Isma hoping to make the play, and he snuck in behind.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Canna doesn't know.
The level 6 Ornn all-in is terrifying. A lot of burst damage across multiple brittle procs. Of course, very likely that they just get the flash here. Isma close to level 6 though. If he soaks enough XP, he can get more.
I think he sold it now. I think Canna realized.
He hasn't figured it out. The Ornn horn has been blown. The silence is there as he overheats. It's the worst overheat timing. He's too hot, Jack.
Oh
He can't even talk.
The overheat timing, that's what they were waiting for. Isma with the lane gank, he's everywhere this game. Yeah. By making the top lane no longer bleed, it's no longer an injury. They're gonna pick up the Drake for free. Yike is too late, but Busio
hoping for some exit kills. They managed to get the stun into the captive audience. Follow up here as well, excuse me, the deadly flourish. Isma gonna turn back. I think accepts his fate, tries to bail out his teammates there. So getting the shutdown, getting that gold over to Caliste does help bail out the bottom lane.
A little bit strange there. He had the flash. I thought his team could help him a little bit more, but he decides. But you can see it's confidence. Confidence is the #1 thing that separates the players at the top end of the competition. Jackie's now might be caught out.
That's the push. Shockwave is there. Jackie's moving down, going to flash away, but surely the auto attacks. He's going to be done. Nice stun coming in from Busio. KC on the repeat gank will grab one.
KC starting to find their windows to punish GIANTX.
Looks like KC wants to commit for the fight. Busio once again, first on the play. But Jun is trying to match. Oh, the blue buff is going to reset. Oh, Lot might be caught.
Lot level 9 needs to be really careful. Looks like he might go down here. Is going to call the Forge God. The horn coming out. But Lot now going to fall. Isma off to the side fighting Yike for the blue buff. It's a 2-man lockup as Lot is still escaping, but the double stun is there for Busio. All the damage currently focused onto Isma as Lot will finally fall. Noah outside of the ulti, but in the extended fight they're too slow. Noah debating. Can he flash? The answer, hell yeah! Double kill!
GIANTX fighting back in the river. It started off what looked like Lot coming down, but nearly got the more there.
I mean, it's all Noah. Noah's the one that opens to this fight from base. I think KC were not expecting it. Caliste was just hitting bot lane.
It's grouped like this. It's going to take an ulti from Busio to shift things in the favor of KC. The ulti going to start immediate Mikhails. Nice reaction from Busio to stop Yike from getting picked off. As now we've mounted up. It's a Battle Herald. Never mind. Yes, yes, Battle Herald into the tower, denied by Busio. A nice way to start the fight. Immediate flag and drag out. Now the equalizer laid down. The Forge God has been called. But the back line is just getting deleted. Canna and Yike finding the angle as Noah and Jun run for their lives. Yehu going wide on the ulti. Maybe a way to bring things back, but Lot slowly but surely is falling. Jin might not have enough bullets, but Yike doesn't have that problem.
Canna's collapse onto mid lane separates GIANTX and allows KC with some great cover on the tower to find the success they need.
And GIANTX, they just overforced it. Busio had the Bartle to defend the tower. It was too deep in the enemy side, and KC, they collapsed on them, they punished them. They built themselves a 2,000 gold lead now and have shifted the game back into their favor.
Yeah, KC knew they had the collapse from Canna. He'd already pushed in bot side, so they're basically trying to gate GIANTX off of moving into the mid lane. And a great Mikhails, as you call it, Dracos, means that Busio's able to step away. And Canna, hiding in this bush, completely unknown, steps forward, gets a great equalizer to set things up.
And I think what's really crucial here is Busio's Bardolt on the tower. Because the tower survives, you're always left in such an awkward position as GIANTX because you can't click forward. That tower is still there, so you're forced to go back. And once you go back, you can't actually win the fight anymore. KC have all the tools. They have all the...
So KC kind of holding all angles here.
Lot is very late. He has no TP. GIANTX, they recognize it, so they have to drop the Drake. Noah though.
Flying and drag forward, instantaneous combo, taking him out of the tempered phase. Busio tries to get something back. Isma chunk KC debating if they want to collapse. Long range ulti coming in from Caliste. 2 going to take down Isma. No more bullets left. Is Yike debating if he wants to keep going forward. Extended fight still good for Noah, but the knockback brings him into the arms of Busio, who doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's at least a bit of an annoyance. The 4v4 extended fight, though. GX debating if they want this. Noah is a massive damage threat, and KC don't feel like they have enough in the tank to force it.
KC got the dragon off the back of it, though, as they started to shift across. Yehu, vulnerable to the arrow. But still, if you're KC, I think you're happy with that.
Definitely. KC can be happy with that play, but I think GIANTX, it was a good opportunity that they spotted Noah with the arrow, immediate CC chain to take down Yahoo here. And even though it's a good route from Caliste, which allows them to pick up a kill on Isma, it's still the mid tower for GIANTX, so I like the fact that they were willing to cross map. They recognized that Lot was too late, and then the fight gets a little bit awkward for GIANTX as Jun is forced to walk around. Noah can't really hit the priority targets, he's stuck hitting the Bard, and they can't really chase them down as you'd really want to do.
Is the 4th Drake of the game. It would be soul point for KC if they can secure it. Jackies. Oh, fishes. That's devastating. Nice backstep from the entirety of KC there. Yike and Yehu ready to react as the arrow turns it back. Yike is going to immediately disengage. The CC not quite perfectly layered. Now the disengage coming in, but Ornn crucially unstoppable. Still unable to send it back. Yehu trying to find a way to the back line and just asking too much of Noah. GX dissected in the fight.
There was nowhere for GX to go. KC are hunting them down, and it will be Jackies who gives the triple to the mid laner.
KC, 5,000 gold. The 3rd Drake secured. The game is starting to get out of GIANTX's hands. They're really taking it back here. Busio on the Bard doing such heavy lifting in this fight. KC might even want to go for the Nash. They have a lot of damage with this Azir, and it's still long death timers on GIANTX. You have to feel that the game might just have gone into KC's favor.
It was a good effort from GIANTX. See if they can fish for the ultimate, but not able to connect with it. And then Yike gets so much value from his ultimate.
And Busio here, he gets the ultimate only onto Noah, which means that he can't take down Yike fast enough. So Isma drops first, Noah has the flashback, but Canna has the Zonias, and then Yehu just flips him back, and it's over.
And it's so tough too because even the little things are going wrong. Lot using the W as the Bella's Breath to make sure he doesn't get locked up by the ulti from Busio. And also KC can just play side, right?
Yeah.
You've talked about it, like the Azir and now also the Ashe in this position that you were concerned about when we saw the Ashe locked in. As we see Call the Forge God come out, traded for Busio's ultimate. Yike debating if he wants to follow. Great equalizer coming in for Canna. That's another ulti going on to Yike, who's taking no damage.
Oh my god.
This man is eating ults for free, left and right. Xin looking completely imbalanced.
I mean, Noah there with some good movement to barely get out of Caliste's ult. But you can see KC are hunting them down. They got the mid tier too. They're going for top as well. KC, they want to keep it going. But this could be an opportunity where they overstay. They need the base after this. Caliste is low.
Yeah.
Well, they need the base, so it's fine.
Yeah. They just...
Maybe Isma cancels here. Yike is caught.
Yike. It won't get too much, but it can at least hope to keep things alive as the flash in. Yike gonna go, oh no!
Wait,
don't go through the portal! They're gonna send Isma. Now Noah's chasing, a chance to get 2 kills back. Yike should surely fall. Busio now gonna run for his life. Picking up the Honey Fruit's only gonna slow him down further though. Yike's falling, and the Honey Fruit, they're gonna be the death of Inko. Slot is here just in time. 2 kills coming over for the side of GX.
GIANTX gets something back. Will take 2 members of KC off the map. But Canna already on this bottom side. Jackie's going to try and match him. Should be able to clear out the wave. But it's just the resets not happening here for KC.
Yeah, a little bit disjointed here from KC. The hawk shot spots Caliste's base. So Isma knows that they want the base and tries to cancel them. And it's just a half a second gap in between the bases here that really makes the difference. A really good portal by Busio, but GIANTX, they have the numbers. They can chase them down, they can play it slow. Lot even taking the Hextech portal behind to make sure that they can run down Busio. But in the grand scheme of things, it's only 2 kills. GIANTX, they need to get set up for the next Drake.
Means they're very likely walking into a fight on KC's terms. Busio waiting over the wall. Initial bit of CC going on to Lot as he blows the Ornn horn. Nice use of the equalizer from Canna to force a backstep from GX so they can't follow up on that Ornn ulti.
Again, there was impatient from GIANTX. Dragon wasn't up. You have the Seraphine, use the healing. Now you're down an engaged tool.
That they are. KC retreating. They know the pressure is on as now we see a teleport in place to get a shield to maybe make the fight a little bit better. Initial knockup is good, but the shockwave, it's a perfect Bard holding the ball. 3 members knocked up. Now they're gonna get knocked back by Yike. They're not able to hit the back line. Yehu moving in. He gets Noah, and that's all it's gonna take. It's a shockwave-less Orianna to try and save the day. And it's too much to ask of any man as they're gonna finish off Jackie's nice and slow.
Busio's Bard, baby, with the Tempered Fate, followed up by Yehu. They're gonna get the Hextech Soul. They're running down 3 lanes here. They might not be able to end the game just yet, but I think GIANTX, they've already started planning for game 2.
KC with a very strong mid game. It looked dicey from the get-go. It looked like GIANTX might have just found what they needed. But Busio's Bard was everywhere in this game. There is no controlling this man.
No, and a player very apt at punishing these missteps from GX2. We take a look back at the fight, Jack, and I think it's just a bit of a mess.
Yeah, I mean, Lot having burnt the Ornhorn earlier, then 3-man Bard ult from Busio makes it so that both Jun and Noah need to flash. But that's Azir's dream right here. He knows he can shuffle in, needs to flash himself to set up the wall, and with that, all hope for GIANTX is lost. Now they're looking uphill at an Hextech Soul here for KC, and near 10,000 gold. And they were already losing when they were 5K gold.
It was uphill before, now we're talking Mount Everest level of, and they don't have a guide, right? They're not, I don't think they're making it to the summit in this particular one, as 9K advantage you highlighted at the Soul, now gonna be a Baron for KC. This should be the victory lap. This should be moving around the map, whether they want to split or group. The fights are gonna be so insanely KC favored. GX preying on that Miracle Engage, the 5-man Shockwave, the 5-man Seraphine ult, the 5-man Ornn ult, things that you can't reliably get in a game of League of Legends, but those are the last things that GX have if they want to try to get this one even closer in their favor.
And that's when you start to look at, like, is there a TP angle where Locke comes in behind, but that's down. Jackie's doesn't have enough in the tank to really just one-shot people at this stage.
They didn't even get the GA in the previous fight. Oh, devastating. KC pushing in. Only the bot wave left unattended. They're happy to play on 2 lanes. Lot, this is his angle to get things kicked off, but Canna just goes golden. Doesn't mind. Lockup is there onto Jackie's. He's going to hope to bring this one back, and that's an equalizer. Shockwave from Jackie's is good, but it's too little. It's too late. A 3-man Shockwave at this deficit, not enough to do the damage necessary. A flash in, that's the second bullet. Caliste might look for another with the 4th. Instead, it's a tower in his sights as Yahoo looks for the pushback. Isma goes unstoppable. Nice display of what the champion can do, but not enough to stop this one from moving in the favor of KC, taking their sweet time in the enemy base to secure first blood in this best-of-5 series.
And it was a great early game from GIANTX. The crowd was in their favor, but KC, they showed us why they've been so dominant. So it's going to be the Rek'Sai, and now it's kind of frontline versus frontline here, with Rek'Sai fulfilling that tank role for KC. So both teams have a pretty standard front to back. I do still, I think, prefer GIANTX's comp a little bit more. I like the bot lane matchup. Not a whole lot for Isma to do. The thing is, Yike is now going to look to go up for that top grab, but bot lane.
Damage from the jump, flash forward, manages to get the root. Good damage from Noah, but the Q goes wide, and that's devastating. Barrier comes out now.
Oh
Double bubble from Busio, managing to live. I mean, Betty said it best. He's busting, yo. There's no stopping him.
Oh my God, KC bot lane, showing why they're the best in the league, but the fighting doesn't
from
stop.
bad to worse.
KC, they might be outnumbered in the fans, but they're showing up in game. They're gonna pick up 3 kills, and they are in firm control of game 2.
It's Bussin's bubbles that set up KC in the bottom lane, but it might be GIANTX's bubble that just popped. 3 kills early, and it is devastating for GIANTX.
And it feels ruthless to say it, but you have to call it like you see it. That's an unmitigated disaster. Canna was already winning out on the 1v1, and now he has that kill, that extra influx of gold. We take a look back at this. Again, this is the topside play that we didn't get to see the start of, and it's working out well for KC.
The skill shots are just not landing. Mundo passive was not proc when Isma used 3 Qs and a W. Like, this play needs to work from GIANTX. Lot does have the TP, so he can use that up towards top of it, but he's already ulting. There's no minions.
Charging in, Caliste just sidestepped. Now the TP coming in. Tidal Wave forcing them back, but at least they match the TPs. Now they need to get the hell out, though, and that's going to be the hard part because, again, Yike going where he pleases. Yahoo isolated. Goes invisible for a moment. Keeps the exchange going forward. Flash in from Yike. Lot maybe not the ideal target, but it seems like they have enough damage to finish. Jackie's trying to fire back. And Jun's ready to turn it. Isma ready, and they just line up for the kills to get dunked down by the Aatrox.
And that's Jun's Nico. It's the one we were talking about, the one we were excited about. And he shows up here. Oh, no. He's recalling on a ward.
He's been marked.
Okay, he's fine. I thought Caliste would go for that.
Just going to arcane shift away.
I think Caliste failed the W over the wall. That's why he didn't go. I saw the little particles now.
I mean, still, though, you called it there, Jack. Jun with a huge turnaround because Lot has no flash in this situation. So KC see him as vulnerable. They hit the slow. They're ready to follow up. Yike even investing to try and get that last little bit of a slow. But Jun with a huge play and the doubles CC afterwards. And they just disappear.
As if Caliste is better than the likes of Hansama and Supa. Oh, as now,
well, right now he needs to be better than
behind.
Noah, as we've got a TP coming in from behind. Isma speeding through with the World Ender. Heals from Busio to get the movement speed. Ulti going in. This time the play looks like it's working out as Isma's instantly there to fall, but the bubble is not enough. But Caliste is alive! But Corky lives. GX have burned everything that they've got to try to keep this fight going. Can they make it out unscathed? Jun ready to try and find the disengage. Locked, still living. Yike in trouble, but the healing going to come in. He finally pops the ultimate. So many flicking health bars. Yike getting one. They want to find the bomb as Yehu set to take over. Reset on the W. Going back in. Aurora alongside the Nami. Ready to start taking heads.
What are these bubbles, bro? He's hitting bubble after bubble after bubble. Busio, I don't understand. How are you doing so much in these team fights?
It's Battle Nami, baby! This man is doing wonders. And the fact that Caliste doesn't fall is insane. Because everyone on Giant X is here. He holds onto the balcony for the last second, still gets hit. But Jackie's with the flick back actually gets interrupted by the silent Q, which means Caliste gets to walk away. And from this position, KC can collapse.
Okay, so Busio hits a 2-man bubble. He's about to hit another bubble. Let's see, bubble, bubble, bubble. It's another 2-man bubble, and then that takes Isma down with an auto attack and Yike red buff, and then hits another bubble onto Jun. It's just like, when are you seeing a Nami hit 2-man bubbles in a team fight, and then a third bubble at the end? Like, I don't understand.
And the same is true for Yehu, who has access to that ulti, has access to that TP, and gets super active on the map.
Yike is going where he pleases right now. TP behind from Canna.
Isma not too
No,
pleased.
it's Yehu actually.
Isma's
just
trying to catch out Busio, but Busio's clean on the move. It's just not going to happen. Looking for the Sundered Sky proc, taking their sweet time, giving the kill over to Yehu, and this is a tough one, right? We look at itemization completions, and the only, like, guys, the cloud is big and the silver lining is very thin. Oh my God. Just be glad, if you're a GX fan, that the tier wasn't fully stacked yet, or very likely Noah dies there, as Canna could be in trouble. Nice interrupt on the initial tunnel, looking for the side lane pick, and it looks like everything is going well. Nice for GX. They might lose out on the objective, but they're at least going to get the side lane, the objective bounty, and a little bit more gold in their pocket.
Very clean execution by Giant X to pick up the kill.
Doesn't matter. They've been getting value out of this Nami that we did not expect to see, especially against Nico. This is a champ that has kind of runs our league a lot of the time, as we see Caliste unafraid to go in, but he might have wanted to be afraid to flash away. The Mikhails means at least they get the disengage, but now it's Isma who's maybe overstayed. A quick umbral dash over the wall means he'll be fine. KC ready for a fight. GX maybe taking on a little too much.
Giant X used 2 big ultimates though right before this soul. That was the play. The hope for Giant X. Now Yike stepping forward.
Yehu going for a bit more poke.
Giant X now, they're zoned out. They're already channeling the recalls. It's 10 minutes to the
another
break.
knockup. Flick back on Caliste. Caught again. This time he doesn't have the access to the Mikhails. The Ignite taking the flash in from Isma. KC now looking to bring it back. Isma not able to find the knockup as the ulti comes in from Canna to take down the enemy jungler. Yehu on the backside wants to finish off Jackie's. KC maybe getting a bit overeager as Lot still remains a stalwart frontliner. Noah trying to find the angles with the Qs. They're finally connecting, but the damage just isn't there. Down goes Lot, and KC take the exchange.
Giant X needed to force. They needed to make sure that they finished off KC here because Isma went down. Noah can hit as many Qs as he wants, but there just isn't enough to get through this front line. KC now just too far ahead. And it feels like they can start firing at any time. But Giant X are going to try and play off that and look for a play on boss.
Ulti into bot lane. Yehu unstoppable. Dashing back over the wall can go unstoppable again with the weirding to get away from the flick back. Taking his time on this one. So far the dive not going well as Lot looks like he's probably going to drop. They will be able to make the dive work at the cost of the Baron. But GX at least grabbed that one kill, and now it's Busio clearing mid-wave while his team takes the Baron just to make sure they don't lose another tower.
I like this from Giant X, so they know that they're probably going to have to drop the Nash no matter what. If they let Yehu just,
or at the very least, get some crucial spells from the side of GX just to cement their advantage at the coming Elder fight. Look, GX misstep. The game could very well end here. They need to answer this mid-wave. Caliste constantly being sped up by the Tidecaller's blessing. The ebb and flow as well, just to keep them sustained. Yike. They're doing some chunks. That's the ulti from Lot. Not going to have much effect as he just tries to zone them away from the waves. One last desperate hold for GX. KC don't even need to risk anything around that Elder. Jun going in, look for the knockup again, finds Caliste. The follow-up isn't there. A click McHale's to stop the root from coming through. The flick back does not connect, and KC are demolishing GX in the final fight, putting that gold advantage to work. Jackies can do nothing but watch as the Mundo does again go wherever he damn well pleases. GX getting taken down as KC take their sweet time, moving on to match point. In an incredibly one-sided game two. They want to dive the fountain. They want to show a force.
It was slow. It was inevitable.
For Canna here.
It's the full furry comp. They've committed.
You're right.
Furry comp, here we go, KC. They like the Ionia.
That's the one thing you were looking at.
The animals. This is the things you have to be ready for as a play-by-play. You have to be ready for the moment when all the comps synergize.
I think that's just you, bro.
My head went anti-dive.
Caliste is low, but Yike is running here. Oh, Jun missed the flay. If he had gotten that, could have been a good trade with Noah having that blue-purple. Now they need to be careful, though. Yike is coming.
Burnham clearing the wave quickly. Jun going to try and play Lantern here, and exhaust down. They get that. They're able to move backwards, but now Busio set up for the double knockup as Yike is starting to chase. Yike with a flash available. Jun, reminder, has none, and then Noah now looking for the root, but he gets first blood. A game of inches, but it's Noah who gets the extra gold.
Noah gets an extra mile out of that one, getting the kill, managing to give his life for the cause.
But KC, I think they know the tempo of GIANTX, so they want to try to rush down the Drake before a fight erupts.
Trying to burst through this. Close with the Feather Fulls, synced with Yike's Smite might be enough, but Jackie's already off on the side, going to start threatening with Poke. Yehu not quite able to hit the charm as the flash away comes out. Noah not great guns for a fight, but he's going to look for the initial CC. Lockup is there. Noah now in trouble. Double root coming through, and it's red-white. Time to fight as Yike starts to back away. Isma gets kicked off with the first kill as Jun takes it away. Busio down. The rest of GX pushing in. The Drake has not fallen, but the health bars are blinking on both sides. GX debating if they want to fight for more, but with low health, it might be a big risk. Canna, Jun gonna get the hook back. Caliste flies up, comes right back down to the waiting arms of Noah.
Hey, it's Noah and Jun, the two members of GIANTX that we were looking at, and they're stepping up.
Isma finishing off his as Yike still lags behind a little bit. Rotobelt for Canna on the top side means it's time to go. Alti continuing the exchange. Ignite ticking as well as Yike starts to chase. Lot should just be dead here. Yike can reset the tower aggro, drops out. Leaps away to safety. KC find an angle on the top lane, but it means conceding Drake to GX on the bottom side.
So for GIANTX, it's going to be a case of trying to keep everything to top up Noah as the fights continue.
Yeah, and I'm honestly kind of surprised Jun went for the Vandal Pipes. Obviously, it makes your lead feel even more powerful, but Locket against the Kennen, McHale's against the Kennen or the Ahri Charm would all feel good, but instead, just trying to press even harder into the lead that they've already built for themselves.
No cleanse on Noah as well. So that CC later on is going to be really important for him to avoid. As now, Yike looks for the bot lane dive.
Immediately alting, shield, charm. Jackie's more than enough damage to finish the kill as Yike now on a killing spree.
And these side lane plays from KC, they just make it look effortless.
You have Yike and Yehu playing for these side lanes can make things very difficult, especially in these long lanes where they've positioned the Ahri. So I think for GIANTX, you can see what Jun's trying to achieve, just get vision to spot the roams, but now he's in trouble.
Hook going in, Celestial opposition blocks some of the damage, but it's just going to be too late for the rest of the team. Jun barely flashing away, but Noah's now perfectly set up for a fight. Keep your eyes on the Aphelios. Busio desperately trying to disengage. Canna going down to Isma. Lot continuing to chase. Caliste marked up, but he will not fall.
Noah and Jun can do no wrong. It looks like Jun was caught, but he instead caught Canna. As he lives long enough, he flashes away.
So I think painfully aware now of how powerful Noah is in the context of this game, and while they've got good tools, they need to make sure they connect on those crucial cooldowns.
GIANTX are playing really fast on the map though, and I really like it. They just rush straight to the Drake.
AC coming from behind. Jun with an immediate playback, and it's Caliste who's been chunked out. Yehu on the flank, but Noah manages to flash away.
Noah's very deep here.
They don't have a lantern to play for. Initial charm now going down. Hook to interrupt Busio for a moment. Knock back into the wall is there from Lot. The Herald coming through as Canna the play knocks him back. He gets the double stun, but none of the damage sticks. Noah grabbing Yike. Canna running for his life. And with their backs against the wall in game 3, GX are coming to life.
GIANTX refuse to go down without a fight. They find Caliste on the play. They push back Canna. And what seemed like an early day may just go late into the night.
I love what GIANTX are doing here. They can often underperform when it matters most, but they've stepped it up this game for GIANTX.
And I think that says a lot about Noah's growth as a player, but Jackie's might be caught here.
Jackie's looking for a sidestep, stun there. Yike looking to follow. Should be no way out of this one. Extra shielding, but the Ignite already ticking. Yike finds that side lane.
Yike.
We're going to catch Yike. Yike goes to the wall, immediate TP. Going into the top side. If they kill the jungle, they can go straight for the Baron. Yike chunked out. They know he has no ulti available. The recast already timing out, and that means Yike down.
They have the Aphelios. He has the red-white. This is a very fast match. GIANTX are going to start it up.
Lucio with the Summoner Spellbook doesn't have a target to exhaust.
And KC looks like they're dropping it. Yahoo is just continuing to push both. We're getting a game 3. GIANTX are coming alive. They secure the Baron Nashor.
And a minute 40 until the soul.
But blind, with no vision.
And that's the main part. No answer for where KC are sitting, where KC can find their angles. Yike off the side may actually be found here, may need to hop out, but it's Canna and Busio that I'm keeping my eyes on. Can they make the hero play and find Noah?
Canna looking for the wraparounds. Noah the one target that matters. His damage has to make the difference. Canna unspotted. Going in on the blast cone. Noah in trouble. Immediate exhaust on the Aphelios! And down he goes! They could not protect their carry. And when it matters most, KC find the angle. It's the triple for Caliste. The shutdowns for Yahoo. And KC right back in it.
It's Canna, the best top lane in the league. He finds the miracle flank to give KC a 4-for-0. The Hextech Dragon and GIANTX's gold lead has been evaporated, and so has their hopes in playoffs.
GIANTX tried to do too much on the map. They go for the play top and forget that the dragon is what they needed. Canna plays this perfectly. Jun hooked at the wrong time on what he thought was a key carry. But it was Canna that settles everything for KC.
You have to feel so bad as GIANTX.
But 9 seconds away from that Baron and counting. GX going to be first to set up some control around the pit, but not really having a great push advantage outside of top lane, and Jun needs to be careful here.
There is a ward just north, you'll see it on the left-hand side of your screen, that might give an opportunity if GIANTX overextend for a TP, both from Yahoo and Canna. But Canna grouping with the team now. They know they want him to immediately burst out Noah before this fight gets started.
And we're seeing how hard it is to play Thresh now that you're behind
Yahoo dashing in the raid! Yahoo! Oh my god!
Predicts the flash. Noah is down, Nash is up. KC, they know what they're looking for. They're gonna look to start up this Nash. And it's gonna be so hard for GIANTX to contest without their key carry.
And you just, the mental damage has been done. Living in his head rent-free after the entire early game again went in favor of GX, better than it had been in any other game this series. It's now all come crumbling down, but it's eyes on Isma. A fight unlikely, but a steal is possible. Gnar into the wall to stop Canna from getting much else. Charm well timed from Busio to stop Isma from getting into the pit. Canna responding with an ulti of his own. GX trying to force the fight 4v5, but in the extended play, Canna still chasing. Lot still marked, means there's no chance for him to try anything sneaky, and KC really have taken over. The debuff and you're like, oh shit, I've made a mistake.
Retreat immediately.
But here we are back in the game. We resolved the issue on stage with networking for KC, so not exactly sure how it manifested, but the good news is it's been resolved. We're back into game 3. If you're just joining us, KC 4K up. It was a hard-fought early game where Noah and Jun took over completely, but KC on the back of an incredible blast cone ulti play from Canna. Swooping in their favor. Another fist fighting for the drink. Okay, Yike managed to take it. Goes untargetable, trying to body block on the lantern. It's there coming in from all sides now. Noah on the way. KC have burned a lot of resources and they haven't found a crucial kill. If they keep chasing into Noah, it could be a disaster. They're happy with just getting the Drake. They want to pop the GA, but luckily Isma able to walk it off.
Oh, Isma, he flash smited one of the dogs. He wasn't able to get it on the Drake, so Yike ends up still securing it, and now GIANTX are so chunked that KC are going to get this here too. They're looking for a repeat of their Nash in the last game. They're going for the inhibitors and looking to strike the blow to take down GIANTX.
Looking for the angle, faking on the Hextech portal. It looks like his Lot holding on to that Gnar bar. Yahoo in the mid lane with TP, resetting now.
And it becomes really hard for Thresh to try and play into these hooks at this stage because you have so many dogs on Yike that can so easily block the hooks that it becomes nigh impossible to try and set this up. It has to be on Isma with the ult. He's fishing,
Lot
but doesn't have the ult available.
Mega there. Yike trying to spot it out. Red Trinket knocks two back into the wall. Caught immediately off. Hook over the wall, coming in for jump of the fall. Damage is there. Busio looking for the re-engage, but all of GX is ready as they kill the support of KC. And for now, they hold the line.
GIANTX, they hold the line. A really good engage from Lot, and then they kite out. They don't get baited in. They know if they go too deep, Busio, Yehu is ready to collapse. So it's going to be Busio wasting his flash. Yensa falling as well, and that is KC's Nash gone. GIANTX, they're only down 4,000 gold.
Oh, wait a second.
Yehu. Oh, no.
He was in
Noah.
Noah's head before.
No.
The redemption there. Yehu debating. Yike to follow.
The
He
shield!
fires! He spins on him! The onslaught!
The redemption! The shield! The pause! What is happening?
He did too much damage. Someone check his PC.
I mean, I'd be pausing too if my assassin loses the 1v1 to the Aphelios.
For GX that they find the pick in a window where there's not much to do other than stop the Baron push. It's nice that they get the time they need to get Noah's flash back up and available. Of course, they have the Mikhails now coming up for Jun as well. The redemption on Jackie's. There's so many good defensive tools that can mitigate a lot of this pick potential from the side of KC, as Jackie's might actually be the one in trouble. A nice initial sidestep. Yike coming from behind. Isma getting caught in the mess of it as one is already down, but now the ulti in from Lot, but he's only a mini-gnar. Yehu in trouble, running for his life. As Canna tries to play hero. The shutdown coming back though. Yehu is down, but it's 2 for 1 in favor of KC.
It's a lot invested on both sides to try and make that play happen, but there's nothing really there.
You can see he's still stepping up. Now he has the Mikhails from Jun at least to cleanse one of those CCs. But
Yike
KC are
is
destroying
doing
the
it.
Nash.
They're going to force GX to play a little bit faster as Caliste and Yike are shredding through this one. Isma in the area. Isma looking for the miracle. Isma praying, but it's not enough. Unstoppable. The ulti's under the Caliste, flashes over the wall. He still has the GA, but the fight is crumbling for GX. Before it even starts, their jungler down. The Baron secure.
What a steal from KC. They sneak the Baron. And what a privilege it must be to be able to rely on Yike's smite. Because that was a scary 50-50.
That it was. Root there. As Yike goes intangible, and it's that little decision, that misstep where KC are confident enough to just go for the fast Baron take, and the steal goes awry. That it was Lot and that brush, currently unwarded, who found a good flank. The follow-up there, GX able to start a pick, turned eventually into the kills onto Noah when KC tried to repeat. Maybe they can make it happen once again. This time around, though, KC playing with a bit more respect, playing back, letting the minions do the work. Trying desperately not to overcomplicate it as Noah good sidesteps to get away from the daggers from the Nefiri.
So at this stage, if you hook... Oh, hang on.
Busio hooked, instantaneous combo, the exhaust! Busio down a pick to get things started. KC need to retreat. They need to accept that the Baron play is gone, but Lot, has he gone too far forward? Flash forward, wall up on the Canna, immediate CC. He goes golden in the midst of the team. He fires the ulti to no effect.
Canna gets caught out. Lot is on the rise. GIANTX, they want to try to push in mid here. They got 2 picks. Is it enough though? There's still Nash for 30 seconds, but I think GIANTX, they want to try to make the most out of this.
They need to go.
Caliste waiting.
Oh,
Isma
Caliste
in
has so
trouble.
much damage.
Q over the
No.
wall, not enough. Down goes Isma. Man advantage still favoring GX as they break open the tier 2, but they have to be so careful because bot lane could be in trouble, and Yehu has access to the teleport.
GIANTX are now on the run.
Losing flash or ulti would be devastating ahead of a fight. We're only 20 seconds away from the Drake, 12 away from the Baron. Yike playing off the side, trying to hurl them. They're going all in on Yike immediately. He can reset the aggro a little bit with the W, but now he has to flash away. In the meantime, Caliste finally allowed to open up. Down goes Jun, one of the defensive pieces. Noah left, exposed, flash forward. Busio immediately follows. The feathers fly, and down goes the hope of GX as they're cut to pieces. Caliste and Busio taking them down.
And after 40 minutes, Caliste has come online. And that's what KC needed in the end. The young prodigy will secure them a spot against MKOI here in Barcelona.
It looked doomed. It looked over. It looked like GIANTX might take one more step. But they are shut down where they stand. And in a 3-0 fashion, KC will find the win.
Taking their time again on the finish. The last desperate hold for GX, but desperation has been the name of the game, and KC have always come out on top. A 3-0, game 3, the closest by far, but not nearly close enough as KC complete the clean sweep.